Last year, I decided to buy myself another bike that would be more comfortable to ride in the city, since my previous bike was more for off-road riding. And I chose, when after I chose the right one, I immediately bought it. However, for some reason, I decided not to take it for diagnostics and immediately began to ride it. But about a week later, one fine day, when another cyclist jumped out in front of me, my brake cable broke. So as a result, I flew into a tree so as not to knock another cyclist, and I injured my right shoulder. That's why I'm here and talking to you about it. The bicycle, like any other form of transport like a car or a motorcycle, is a responsibility to yourself, but also to people around you. I think that at least some of you ride a bike, and I think that you even encountered the fact that you almost fell down or didn't bump into something or even into someone. Therefore, I want to point out once again that a bicycle is the same vehicle as a car or a motorcycle, and an accident can always happen. Um, so you should always follow the safety rule when cycling. What is the problem? It lies in the fact that many cyclists are not so careful about the issue of safety while cycling. Unfortunately, even I don't always wear a helmet when it's hot outside when driving a bicycle, and it's quite depressing. It's a bad thing, and I will try to change it. The main excuses that people have at this moment are, well, I look like an idiot in this helmet, and the helmet is uncomfortable and will ruin my hair. However, it should be said that, for example, the absence of helmet while cycling increases the chance of serious damage several times. According to to the Cleveland Clinics, from their article Bicycle Helmet Safety in 2019, more than a half of deaths and more than 30% of all injuries of cyclists are in the head and face. And there is another article, three charts on the rise in cycling injuries and deaths in Australia by Johnson's, that was written in 2019, where Johnson states that 1 in 5 patients admitted to Australian hospitals due to the road accidents is a cyclist. But since in our country, as in many countries, cycling is not so widespread, people do not think much about safety when cycling. So, for example, there is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, wrote in 2013 in article What Happened to the Safety in Numbers principle, where they show that in the United States, for example, 44 cyclists die from accidents for every billion kilometers cyclists travel. Despite the fact that in comparison with Netherlands, where fewer people die, the average citizen of the country travels 20 times fewer kilometers on a bicycle. Due to the fact that, for example, the Netherlands has a much more developed infrastructure and culture of cycling, people there pay more attention to the safety while riding. Therefore, there are fewer accidents there. Thus, the problem is that people in our country do not pay enough attention to the safety when cycling. But then, how to avoid this? The main solution to this problem is to start thinking about security. You should always wear a helmet when cycling, because in article bicycle safety statistics may surprise you by uh, Georgia High School Association that was written in 2015, half of all bicyclist fatalities in the United States are among people who don't wear a helmet while riding. In addition, try to ride a bike without headphones, as you may not hear a car horn or someone screaming. In Spain, for example, there is a fine for driving with headphones. it's a crime in Spain. Also, hang a reflective badge on your bike and in the dark wear something reflective. For example, there are helmets with reflectors. You should always check your bike before riding it, and also have your bike checked regularly, and change the necessary parts on time. Then you will avoid what I haven't taken care of. Then you should follow the traffic rules. Do not turn left on the roads on your bike or turn around at intersections. Get off your bike when crossing a pedestrian crossing, and do not pass a red light. If you follow the traffic rules, check your bike before riding on it, and wear a helmet and be more careful while riding. Then I assure you that you will almost certainly never have to face the fact that you will receive severe injuries or, God forbid, hurt someone than another. So summing up, I would like ask you once again to be careful while cycling and follow safety rules. Today we have identified a safety issue when cycling, figured out solutions to help avoid incidents while cycling, and also realized that using these methods will be um, able to ride a bike with peace of mind in our soul. Therefore, please be careful on the road, and thank you for your attention, and goodbye.